and welcome to my blog, Europe's Doormat. This week I started the topic about martial law in Poland, which happened in the 80s. Now, if you've already been following my blog, you know that martial law was a dark and difficult time for Poland. Today I will be talking to you about one of the most deadliest incidents that occurred as a result of a strike during martial law in Poland. So without further ado, let's get started. Martial law being imposed on Poland, there were many people that were not happy with it. Many people in Poland protested the idea of martial law, even after it was imposed. People like the pro-solidarity coal miners. On December 16th, just 3 days after martial law was announced in Poland, the miners of the coal mine Wujek in Katowice, Poland were doing just that, protesting the martial law. In an effort to break up the strike and get the miners back to work, military forces were sent to the coal mine. Now, these forces that were sent were not just a couple of police officers with some head of government sent there to calm down the coal miners, encourage them back to work, or even reason with them. 8 companies of riot police, known as ZOMO, were sent with 7 water cannons. But that's not all, of course. Up to 3 companies of military infantry vehicles were sent to the coal mine as well, each company driving 10 vehicles. A company of tanks was also sent there. What happened next was something no one thought would occur as a result of a simple strike. A brawl erupted between the troops and the coal miners. During this brawl, the forces charged them with all their weaponry, and the miners, they defended themselves with tools and whatever you bring to a protest. I'm sure you can imagine. During the brawl, ZOMO, the riot police, got the okay for the shoot-to-kill command at the miners. A shoot-to-kill command was opened at a group of coal miners. This wasn't some well-trained, heavily armed army. This was a group of coal miners that were harmlessly protesting martial law. This shoot-to-kill killed 9 coal miners. 9 coal miners were killed for protesting. This brawl wounded 21 other miners and placed many of them in the hospitals with head injuries. And it wasn't until 2007 that somebody was punished for this crime. 15 former members of the special platoon were sentenced to only about 2.5 years in prison, with the exception of the former platoon commander who was sentenced to 11 years. It took almost 30 years for someone to become responsible for this massacre. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's vlog, and come back next week to check out my next topic of the week. Thanks, guys.